Malcolm, fair catches at the 35-yard line, and Penn's offense will take over there with 6:18 to go in the second quarter.
Penn offense got rolling with the big throw down the field from Glover to Farrell. Can they get back to establishing that ground game? Carrick and Brooks had 22 carries in their opener, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns against Bucknell. They want to be able to feature him for this ground game.
Coffee, how do you balance the talent that Glover has versus the inexperience that he has playing quarterback? You want to see him be able to push the ball down the field again, but you want to take care of the ball as well.
Yeah, he's been comfortable so far in his first 2 starts.
Here's Christian Pearson making his debut, and he makes a catch, and Pearson showing some acrobatics and what he can do. He's been limited in the early part of the season due to injury, but he's the leading returning receiver on this Penn Quakers offense.
And you would think coming out of the spring ball, losing Justin Watson, their All-American wide receiver down with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that Pearson being the leading returner, he would be a stalwart in this offense. That's his first catch so far this season.
Does a lot of work out of the slot, but can do a lot of different things. There's Glover. Steps up in the pocket, and Glover scrambles for a first down near midfield and is able to pick it up there. First down, Penn.
That's the weapon that Coach Andy Cohn was talking about. When you have an explosive weapon like that in the Ivy League or even in the Patriot League, it's just something that you cannot escape. Plays well defended down the field. Glover decides to tuck it and run. He ran for 48 yards rushing in the opener last week. He moves to change with his legs again.
Penn up by 3, looking to build on that. Lehigh opened the scoring with a 23-yard field goal. Penn has scored on an 8-yard Carrick and Brooks carry. Over the middle, it's Glover, and he has his man inside the 30-yard line. Sharp is inside the 20, inside the 10, and Penn gets set up with another chunk play as Logan Sharp bursts onto the scene.
Hits his tight end, the safety blanket. Logan Sharp on a crossing route. 6'3", 230 pounds. He's built like used to be a receiver. He shows some speed right there, getting up that left sideline.
Brooks gets a goal line carry again, and Brooks still on his feet, reaching for the goal line just short.
There's that tempo again. Coach Reagan gets the offense back on the ball, runs that quick zone read, gets it down just on the doorstep of the goal line.
It's Glover again. Brooks again. Touchdown again. Carrick and Brooks, his second of the day, and Penn leads 12-3.
A little bit of feistiness, extracurricular up front, but good blocking at the point of attack. You see Tommy Dennis, the senior, big left tackle, just driving this guy into the end zone and stepping over him. I like the attitude from your starting left tackle, and Penn takes a 2-score lead.
Set up by the big play from Logan Sharp. Hails from South Fayette High School, same high school as Justin Watson that you mentioned. And Watson himself couldn't have done it any better. Here's Soslow for the point after, and this time splits the uprights. Penn's lead reaches 10, 13-3 here in the first half, and 13 unanswered points surrendered by this Lehigh defense.
Yeah, this Penn offense has gotten it rolling with some big plays in the passing game from their quarterback Ryan Glover. But the Penn defense, it's been their play on second down, putting the Lehigh offense in third and long situations, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 13, and they've been able to get stops.
There's Jack Soslow, his record-setting performance is the FCS leader in field goals from 48 or more, presented by your Porsche Philly dealers. Porsche, the official sponsor of Penn Athletics and the Ivy League. Now, of course, if I owned one, I would tell you it's pronounced Porsche.
In due time.
In due time. Give it a chance. 13-3. What's been the biggest difference as far as you can tell, Coffee, in Penn's offense in the first quarter versus the second?
The defense is setting them up. They got the ball on the 35 and the 40-yard line on the last 2 drives following the punt. The field position game has really taken over, and it gives Coach Reagan and his offense a lot of comfort to call any type of play in this playbook, and his quarterback has been on target in his last couple throws.
On the flip side for Lehigh, if you look at the eye test, they pass it in a lot of facets, but still just 3 points.
It seems like on their backed up side of the 50, they're dynamic. They get the ball, they pick up about 3 or 4 first downs, and then something happens when they cross the 50-yard line to where they shoot themselves in the foot and can't convert.
Maybe a special teams play can jive things for them as Penn's coverage team closes in and says no, sir. Being able to make that stop was Luke Bullock, the starting strong safety a season ago, playing in a reserve role at this point, and he is a key big hitter on this Penn defense.
Yes, he is. This defense getting after the quarterback already with 3 or 4 sacks today. They're going to have to find a way to protect their star quarterback, being the Lehigh offense, because Mays has been under duress. He chose to tuck it and keep it, but he's taken a lot of hits in this first half so far.
Mays keeps it himself and takes on the entire Penn defense at the 35-yard line. Good guts shown by Mays as Nick Miller closes in.
He's a senior from Tampa, Florida. Just another zone read. Reed's defensive end is crashing down. Decides to tuck it to keep it, and Nick Miller racks up another tackle in his legendary career here at Penn.
It's already tackle number 7 for Nick Miller. Back to pass, this time Mays able to pick up the first down on 2nd and short as he finds Luke Cristiano. Those two are a potent combination, but that connection hasn't been made often this afternoon.
Cristiano, he's usually been money for this Lehigh offense. He's also a finance major. Just a simple hitch route, moves the chains, and an easy pitch and catch from his quarterback.
First down and 10. Mays into the slot. Great play by Nico Ament to sniff that one out, and nowhere for Sasha Kelsey to go. Ament taking on blockers and ball carriers alike.
And George Porter-Real's kind of fired up at his receiver there, but he missed the block. He just gets beat up and punched into the backfield. Nico Ament made a heck of a play. Porter-Real has nothing to say. You kind of owe your teammate an apology.
2nd down and 11.
Kelsey had no chance in that play. Good job by Nico Ament.
Mays throws it behind his target again, incomplete, and Ament nearly able to come up with a diving interception. It'll be 3rd down at 11.
Yeah, the receivers are kind of all out of whack right now for Lehigh. Trips formation, somebody just doesn't run their slant route at the right depth. The quarterback throws it in the dirt, and another 3rd and 10+ situation for the 3rd straight drive for this Lehigh offense.
Mays scanning that Penn defense. Flushed out again. And first down connection made. Looked as though he might have thrown it behind his intended target, but Devin Bibbins sure-handed again.
Yes, he did. The junior wide receiver makes a hands catch behind him. Going to the sideline. You see here, Penn only decides to rush 3. They don't blitz him. Mays climbs the pocket, scrambles out to his left, makes a throw, and moves the chains again.
This time through the hands of Bibbins, a little bit wide of him as well as Connor O'Brien in coverage for Penn. And that's one of the throws you always hear is so difficult to make, a right-handed quarterback rolling left.
Yeah, because it's hard to get your hips back around for the natural cross-the-body throwing motion. But here's the situation Lehigh has found themselves in. Moving the chains with a couple first downs, but once you cross midfield, they've sort of stalled out so far in this first half. Can they keep this drive going?
Bragalone behind Mays. And he gets the carry. Bragalone to the outside and delivers some punishment as well. Gets around Miller and hits O'Brien for a pickup of almost 9.
You see the respect Bragalone gets. Nick Miller kind of runs him down. He's got DB safety type speed. He's got a small frame at the linebacker position, but he runs up to Bragalone and kind of corrals him from behind to try to get him on the ground, or at least get him out of bounds. He doesn't try to go ahead up with the big tailback.
Ball moved back to the 42, went out of bounds a little bit earlier. So now it's 3rd down and 4. Big spot for this Lehigh offense and a flag down. These are the kind of things that you talk about, Coffee, in this situation.
Simple 3rd and 4. They were going to go zone read.
Now they still might, but it's going to cost them 5 more yards to get there.
They're shooting themselves in the foot right now, backing themselves up again. So for the 4th straight time, their 3rd down is the 3rd 9+. It was 11 they just converted on that play where Penn didn't really come after them, only blitzed 3. Now they're showing blitz with a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage right now.
4th penalty called on Lehigh. Here comes the blitz again, and the catch made on the sideline. Climbing the ladder again, Luke Cristiano, and avoiding a near interception ends up being a big-time play for the Mountain Hawks.
Oh, man, and here comes the blitz. You got the inside rush on the right side. He doesn't panic at the quarterback. It's just a mistimed jump at the safety position coming over the top and a first down.
Looking to Cristiano again, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Lehigh.
You see, we were trying to catch up with the replay, and they got on the ball and snapped it again. Obviously, the Penn defenders were not ready for it, but a huge answer and a response by Brad Mays and this Lehigh offense.
Marching down the field, Lehigh not going quietly and not letting this one get away. Great answer by Mays and Cristiano. You can see what they do when they're able to get on the same page.
Back-to-back plays, cap it off with a 23-yard touchdown. Just a simple go route up the left sideline against that covered Tampa 2 defense of the Penn Quakers.
Here's Mish. Kick is up and through the uprights. 9 plays, 73 yards in just 2 minutes and 48 seconds. And Lehigh pulls back to within 13-10 of Penn on this reception from Cristiano.
Yeah, it just got right up the sideline. Penn was kind of scrambling after that first down conversion that they had got the previous play. So both offenses have found a way to get some success, and that's the first time today, once Lehigh crossed midfield, to be able to convert a 3rd and long and then get right back on the ball for the big play for the score.
There were always questions about where Lehigh was going to go next. Obviously, when you graduate players such as they did, Troy Pelletier and Gatlin Casey, this is one of the top receiving tandems, not just in the Patriot League, but in all of FCS. You wonder who it's going to come to next. Luke Cristiano is trying to make himself a candidate to step up.